Happy newroz, everybody. Thank you all very much for coming, and thank you for inviting me to come here. I first attended newroz events in the early 1980s when they were very, very small in London, and gradually they grew as the Kurdish community grew. And I want to say thank you to the Kurdish community all over Britain for the contribution you make to our lives and to our society, and for the joy you bring, particularly at this time of year, this time of early spring, when newroz is an indication of the joy that is to come when you get warm weather, long days and hot sun. And that is what we all look forward to. And the magic of newroz means so much, particularly to children. Kurdish children have been born in this country, not necessarily have the chance of even visiting any part of Kurdistan, but understanding where their cultural heritage and cultural background comes from. Never underestimate the importance of bringing up our children in a multicultural environment, understanding their own heritage and their own family past, but also understanding the heritage of other children's family past. That is what makes our country special, and I'm very proud to live in and represent a multi-faith, multi-ethnic, multicultural society, and long may it be so, and long may London be an example to the rest of the world of how people can and do work and live together to achieve a better life and a better society. Never let the racists divide us. They will never succeed, because we are much stronger than they are. Can I also say that I've managed to learn a great deal from many Kurdish friends. Ibrahim and Raif are very special friends of mine, and it's been a pleasure working with them over many years on many causes. The way in which the Kurdish people were shortchanged during the Conference of Versailles at the end of the First World War, when all those maps have had new lines drawn upon them by the powers at the end of the First World War. The Kurdish people were briefly offered their hope, their opportunity, their place and their own country. It was taken away shortly afterwards in the 1920s. And ever since then there's been this thirst for the recognition of the rights of Kurdish people. I've been in Iran, I've been in Iraq, I've been in Syria, and I've been in Turkey, and met wonderful Kurdish people standing up for their rights to speak their language and their own cultural identity. Those struggles that have often resulted in violence against the Kurdish community, and indeed resulted in many court cases in Turkey, some of which I've observed and visited. And at the moment we have to ensure that the United Nations does everything it can to protect the Kurdish people in Syria from incursions by Turkish forces which are so dangerous to them. We make that call here today at newroz in 2019. Please protect the Kurdish people. Because at the end of the day, any settlement, and we want peace, we want unity across the whole region, can only be achieved if you recognise the different cultural identities that exist of Kurdish people and of other communities. And that is why I want us, obviously, as a party to win a general election, and obviously, therefore, to form a government, and have an international policy which is based on the United Nations, which is based on human rights, which is based on peace, based on justice, and based on democracy. Too many people have died, too much violence has happened, and too much violence continues to happen. There has to be a pathway to peace by protection of people, their rights, their identity, and their right to speak their own language. That is what newroz does. And I want to say thank you to all of you for all you've done in your communities here, and all you've done in communities all across the region. The voice of Kurdish people is strong in Britain, strong in Germany, strong all across Europe, and particularly strong all across the region. The Kurdish people have taught us so much and given so much to the world. They deserve their identity and their right to live in peace. And it's my joy to bring you a newroz greeting on behalf of my party, the Labour Party. Thank you very much indeed.